Alright guys, so we're back. One thing we have to do now is put our head back on. So, I already had the spark plug in, save some time. And here's how these head gaskets work. They're O-rings, right? And I have one in my hand, and what happens is sometimes, right out of the box, put it in, a little groove, and it sticks right out. Let's see, it's sticking out. So you have to stretch it. Now I'll show you guys how you can do that. Sometimes you can just use petroleum jelly or whatever, hold them on, but I don't like doing that. Before I do this, what I do is bring this all the way up to the top, and all that crap on the top of the piston, just wipe it off. Because you know, you'll get little dust particles or paper towel particles on there. And just blow it off and wipe it all out. Nice and clean. So here's how you do this. Now you gotta work quick after you do this, because it only stays stretched for a few seconds. So this is what you do. You're gonna just kind of take it in between your hands, and you're just gonna stretch it. You know, just kind of stretch it, hold it, stretch it. Then you have to quickly put it in the groove and put your head back on. And I'm gonna do that real quick, and you guys can look at this guy, because I need two hands to do this. So here you go. Okay, so it's on. And now what you'll notice, what's going to happen, is it's going to stretch out and it's not going to want to fit in the groove because it's too big. So you give it a couple seconds, it'll shrink down. And then once it shrinks down to the perfect size, you throw your head on and push the gaskets down. So now we tighten them on. So on your head there's going to be washers. Normally they're copper washers. If those copper washers are lost or something and you got your bike used, replace them with something, anything. I would suggest using copper washers again, but they're hard to find. So you can use steel washers, but you really need those washers. Otherwise, when you turn the nuts on your head, they're gonna dig down in the cylinder, and they're not good. But the purpose of the copper washers is to kind of lock the nut in place, number one, and number two, it seals around coolant passages and everything where those O-rings are. It's going to help seal, because that's what copper washers do. They seal things such as banjo bolts and stuff for your brake line. So trying to get these nuts on. These are lock nuts, which is good. And what you're going to do is you're going to get them all on, screw them down as far as you can by hand, and there's a specific torquing sequence. I'm going off of what my 250 says, just subtract like maybe 2 pounds for what I'm about to say for each torque sequence, but this is factory, what they want you to do. So you start off with, I'm going to say 11 pounds, and you do it in a star pattern, so you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 11 pounds with a torque wrench. Then you finish it off at 18 pounds with a torque wrench, but for this I'm going to say around like 15, so the same pattern. So I'm not going to get my torque wrench out to do that, but that's how you do it. Otherwise you just tighten them in the star pattern if you don't have a torque wrench, and do it to the best of your ability. And then after that you just put this cover back on, 4 bolts holding it in, and you're all set. So that's the end of this video. I guess I'm going to keep the video rolling. I'm going to tighten these down real quick, and I'll show you guys the compression. So I'll tell you guys when to skip to the video to the end of this, but for now we're going to have to wait a minute. It's all torqued up. Now you have to feel the compression. And it's got a decent amount. It's definitely going to lower once the rings get a chance to settle. But I'll tell you guys right now, it does have a lot. Of course, you know, not as much as a 250, but you get the idea. So that's it. See you guys later.